are we doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. I needed a little nap, but I feel better.
That's good. Just wanted to come in here real quick, cause I don't get to talk to you lately.
No, I'm glad.
Yeah.
What the hell is my... I mean, I'm glad to see you. I'm not glad that we don't talk lately.
It's like, oh my god, is he still here?
Oh my fucking god! Go away, Realm!
It's like, I don't want to hear any more of your cursed knowledge.
I don't want to hear about it! Have you just been busy?
Well, I mean, I have been busy with, like, some of my streaming stuff and here and there, and...
What have you been doing?
I've been doing a lot of artwork.
I've noticed. That I've noticed.
Yeah, we also decided on the next game I'm going to be playing through when we eventually get to it, and,
What is it?
It's because I had to hold a poll over it, and I got the most unexpected result ever.
Okay.
It was Hi-Fi Rush tying with Deadpool.
Damn.
So we went with the coin toss, and the coin toss decided Deadpool.
Fuck yeah. That feels more on brand for you.
Yeah. Well, it also is rather appropriate, too, considering the new movie coming out.
True. So true.
Yeah.
But listen, I know, I'm a liar and you can never trust a word out of my mouth, bad streamer, but like, the new gameplay came out today, and Dio and I have been in each other's DMs talking about our Inquisitors, and I want to know where my Inquisitor is, so I'm gonna draw my Inquisitor. Shut up.
You do that.
Hey, gang. God, I
Hi.
am huge and not lined up with Realm.
Some of the
I mean,
some of the old ones are sized weird, because I sized
Ah.
them differently than I do now.
Also, isn't you being tall just kind of a norm?
No, I mean, yeah, no, the wing character is 7 feet tall, and the IRL NB behind the wolf is 6'3", so, yeah.
That's taller than me.
Heaton's met me, he didn't know I'm tall.
Factually true.
Yeah, that's taller than me.
Also, I'm sorry I
Apologize.
wasn't here. Sorry I didn't join yesterday, I could not give a single fuck about Ubisoft.
No, that's fair. Outside of Star Wars, neither could we.
Damn.
It turned into a just chatting stream about halfway through.
It's
Yeah.
it's like I said in the chat, you know, oh boy, I can't wait for Rayman to get neglected again.
Yeah.
See, me and Ubisoft have beef now,
Mm-hmm.
because like Microsoft, they killed something I loved.
Relatable content.
Because like a good month ago, there was a news broke out that Ubisoft saw Watch Dogs as a dead franchise, not worth continuing the pursuit of anymore, and I'm mad about that. As a strong Watch Dogs enjoyer, I was not a big fan of that news. AAA companies stop killing the things I love challenge. Impossible.
Relatable content.
Microsoft,
That's the theme of this year.
No, it's like Microsoft killed Tango, ergo robbed me of any chance for Hi-Fi 2. Hasbro is slowly killing Power Rangers every day, and Ubisoft killed Watch Dogs. I'm tired, chat. I'm desperately tired.
I've never aged a dragon, though I do have DA2. Veilguard looks neat. Veilguard does look neat. So, allegedly...
I need to play Dragon Age. I need to go through the whole series, I'm gonna be real.
Allegedly, according to BioWare, you'll be able... This will require no prior knowledge, but we'll fucking see about that. Given that the opening cutscene is one of the fucking cutscenes they showed us was Varric talking down Solus, I fucking doubt that shit highly, but sure.
Did we at least get confirmation that it is in fact not a Souls-like?
It is in fact not a Souls-like. It's a lot more action gamey. They just took out the RTS elements, I think. Which is fine. I'm not super broken up about that, as long as the, like, real-time gameplay is the same. I don't really care. Because I never used the RTS elements personally. I thought that they were lame. I skipped Ubisoft's stream because Ubisoft sucks and is boring. Yeah, well, we have to because we care about Star Wars.
I was about to say, it wasn't the Ubisoft stream for Hedon and Co. It was the Star Wars game and then other shit that they didn't pay attention to.
It was Star Wars game and then us talking shit about Assassin's Creed for an hour and a half.
It's like what Ubisoft? It's Star Wars.
You know,
that's the stream.
I'm kind of odd about Assassin's Creed because I was surrounded by it most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
But I fell off around Black Flag. I'll be real. Like, I only ever played the first 4 games. And I do still think those games are good.
Caden was out here playing devil's advocate for games he doesn't like.
Like, Assassin's Creed is a series that I think is a cool series, like, just conceptually. But also, I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, they waited until I no longer gave a fuck to finally make the one that took place in like, ancient Japan. I'm so mad.
Something they said they would never do.
And then by the time they got to it, guess what? Everyone told me to play Ghost of Tsushima instead because it was apparently just basically the thing I wanted. Listen,
I'm not saying by any means that that Ubisoft is running out of ideas for Assassin's Creed. I'm just saying that they had a very firm stance about never touching Japan because it would be too easy. And now they're touching ancient Japan after their last 2 games did really bad. So listen, I'm not saying that they're running to easy territory because they want money, but...
You know what it is? It's like whenever... a Sentai season has lackluster toy sales, so then they just go, quick, pull out the dinosaurs again!
It's so true. We have to cater to the autistic children. Pull out the fucking dinosaurs.
Speaking of autistic, I'm never gonna get over the fact they never adapted Tokijura into Power Rangers, despite the fact that it was train themed.
It could have been so easy. You could have made so much money.
So much money. But no, like, I've never really taken the time to properly invest into Dragon Age as a series. I would like to, especially because again, it's one of those franchises my mom really likes.
I liked Inquisition, I liked DA2, Dragon Age Origins does not hold up. This is not a hot take.
Well, I guess this will be another case of me having no experience with playing these games firsthand, going into them as a newcomer, you know, like I'm doing with Pokemon, which I got told was apparently an amazing thing for me to do because I don't have any preconceived biases towards any of these games.
At this age, hell yeah. Hi, Lyle.
Hello, funny lion.
Yeah. Anywho, I actually got to get going because I got to host D&D for some people.
Good luck.
Yeah, but before I do, Heaton, do you mind if I shill a little bit?
Absolutely, go for it.
Okay, so Heaton, you know how you have, like, the most favoritist thing in the entire world that you really love to talk about with people?
I do.
Well, next week on the 20th, I will be doing that for my favorite thing in the universe, and that's being Jeff Smith's bone, because I want more people to know about it and to realize what we were robbed by from Netflix.
Factually true. Will that be on your stream?
Yes, it will.
Rad. I will promote that.
Yee. Alright, so you have fun looking for your Inquisitor.
I sure will. Have you ever aged a dragon, Lyle? Doesn't seem like your speed.
What do you mean by aging a dragon?
Have you ever played Dragon Age?
I played Dragon Age Origin once.
You did? Oh my goodness.
Your excitement is going to be tapered because I literally only played it once. I don't mean I played through it once. I mean I played it once.
You picked it up, put it down?
Yes. I got a dog.
You got a Mabari!
They let me name the dog.
What did you name the dog? Boner?
What do you think I named the dog?
Did you name the dog Boner?
No, I named him Penis.
Very good.
And then it gave me options of either petting him or putting him away.
Oh no.
And then we got into a massive scuffle and Penis was the only survivor.
Hell yeah.
You know what this reminds me of?
As is the Mabari way, well and truly.
You know what naming things penis reminds me of, Eden?
Oh god, what?
Okay, so on Thursdays, I've been streaming a new another playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix because every kid with autism thought it'd be free. And you've played KH1, I assume. You know about the opening bit where at one point you race Riku, and it decides the name of your ship. You remember that?
I was painfully into Kingdom Hearts as a child. Yes.
Yeah. So you come off that way, and I remember these things. I know my own kind. I know my own kind when I smell it. Anyway.
You're so right.
I was gonna say you are a genderqueer artist on the internet who likes pop punk. You had a Kingdom Hearts face.
Damn, you're right.
You're right there. It's literally just an obligation. For
I can't even fucking be mad at that. She's just right.
So on the stream, I do the race with Riku, and he names it Highwind, and you get to pick a ship name, and whoever wins that becomes the name of your first gummy ship. And I was like, oh well, I've never won this thing, and I've been playing this game since I was 8, so I'm just gonna name it Penis because I'll lose anyway.
And then you won.
Yeah. So then I won, and then there's a clip of this. I could probably send it to you later, where I'm screaming, going, "No! Now I have to fly a ship named Penis for the rest of the game."
Owned. Absolutely fucking owned.
Yeah, Justin Puffball was... The people in Heated's audience who were also from my audience remember this, because I remember my chat lost it. The KH1 streams have, some of my best material, and it's not on purpose. It just naturally happens, seemingly.
I don't know if chat knows anything about Dragon Age, but I can talk about her a little bit.
Oh, please do. I would love to hear about this thing you're drawing. Please tell me about the thing you're drawing.
Okay,
I don't have to think about penis anymore.
What are the big... I have to look at a thing. Hang on.
Okay, go for it.
Because I have to remember the choices I made. I remember some of them. What were the big choices? Okay, yeah, so I just looked at a list, so I can remember. I made Liliana divine.
Okay.
Which is, she's your spy master. I remember I made her divine for 2 reasons. I was originally going to make Cassandra divine, but I chose against it, and I picked Liliana, because Liliana was friends with the hero of Pharrell. Okay, so for context, the divine is basically the Pope. You get to pick the next Pope, and I picked Liliana, who was my spy master.
Liliana, you're on Pope duty.
You're the new Pope. And I picked her to be divine because you get to choose the Pope? Yeah, kinda. I picked her because, okay, for those of you who have never played Origins, because she's in or Inquisition, but you'd know this best if you played Origins, Liliana's kind of like assassin nun, and of the she was the closest to Andraste, which is God, and on top of that, I was the most willing to, I guess, to lose her is the best way to put it, because I really liked Cassandra. And Cassandra truly did too much for my playthrough. She was too good for my, consistent shit, and I was like, I don't want to give up Cassandra, but, Liliana also just knows what she's doing. Cassandra also had a weird falling out with the Maker, who is, again, God. It's fun to learn that you've been lobotomizing people for the sake of their own safety, air quotes, for years, and then and that you were told consistently by the church that there was no cure for that, but there super was the whole time, and they were just lying to you because they were afraid of people who could do magic. It's a fun, funky, fresh time for you. And so she was having a little bit of a crisis of faith, and so I was like, let's let Liliana do that. Oh god! I scrolled down, I forgot. I left my hawk in the fade. Okay, so... This is gonna...
The amount of times I've heard my mother complain about the fade is insane.
So, okay. So for those of you who are not... well, the Maker, Andraste, etc., etc., they're the same person. The Maker's just a title. Because she's God. She built the world, so she's the Maker. So, for those of you who are not familiar with Dragon Age, which it seems like is all of you, this is gonna be a really fun stream for you, because I'm gonna be saying a lot of proper nouns at you. So the Fade is, like, where all the magic comes from. That's just, like, where all of the magic and the demons live. And you go there in your dreams, which is why, dwarves don't dream, is because they have no connection to the Fade. It is not an easy... You cannot physically go there very easily. It's a whole fucking process, but we had to go to the Fade to do a thing. Hawk is the character you played as in DA2. So you have the opportunity to either leave your Hawk, which is the character you played in the second game, or one of the wardens in the Fade. And I've made this joke before, or I made this joke today that I like. You can lie to your save file, but you can't lie to yourself. And that was my... It means that I can say on my save file that I left the warden, but my Hawk would have stayed, so I just let my Hawk stay in the Fade. When you're crazy like me, and you put an unreasonable amount of thought into the characters you make, it's a case of, like, I know the choice I'd make in canon, I have to just do it. The only exemption to that was, I can lie to my save file all I want, because I killed Anders in DA2. I didn't, because fuck him. But that's a story for another video.
Damn.
That's a rant for not a drawing of my Inquisitor. That's a rant for a drawing of my Hawk. But,
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Carry on. No, carry on. That's nothing, don't worry about it.
But my Hawk would have stayed in the Fade. Much to the chagrin of his wife. Then again, Meryl does shit with the Fade all the time. Meryl'd be fine.
I'll be 100 with you. Inquisition probably interests me the most of the existing games. Like, I don't know why, but it does.
Inquisition's good.
So I've been told. So I have been told. That
I just scroll down. Templars or mages. I pick the mages. I pick the mages every time. If you choose the Templars, we can't talk. We can't associate. Fuck the Templars.
Like,
it's supposed to be such a hard choice. Which side of this conflict are you on? I'm on the mages side. Because the mages have, like... Listen. For every terrible thing that Anders has ever said or done, which is all of them, because Anders has never done anything right a day in his life, and he deserved to die a miserable, wretched death in the fucking pits where he went.
damn, what the hell?
Again, this is a rant for when I'm drawing my Hawk.
Okay.
He was right. The mages are not treated well, and it was a fair thing, and the Templars are dumb, and they're dickheads, and I don't like them. You know what? Let me put it like this. The mages are dickheads too. Everyone in this conflict is dickheads. However, the fucking Templars are so unrepentantly and terribly incompetent that I was like, no. I can't do this. I was like, I'm not taking your side. Fuck you. Get bent. Figure your shit out. I didn't disband the wardens. I kept them. Canonically, air quotes, in the post-Trespasser canon that I wrote for my Inquisitor, she would have completely subsumed them into the Inquisition and not let them be their own thing anymore. I'll talk a little bit more about Rhea in a minute, Rahanon, but the short version of this is Rhea gets painted as a dictator, and so she kind of just leans into it and is like, you know what? No! All of you are incompetent shitheels. I can't trust you for 10 seconds not to blow something up. I will not be going anywhere. I will not be disbanding the Inquisition. You can suck my nuts.
You know what? That makes sense.
You can lick my non-existent balls. Fuck you.
More like...
More like Inquisition, am I right?
inquire these nuts. Anyway,
I
I kind of hurt myself trying to figure that out.
was about to say, don't stretch too hard, you're gonna pull a muscle.
You would don't trust me. I've heard that one before.
I picked Celine as the ruler of Orlais because, again, nobody else was fit. Fucking Japard is insane. His dumb bullshit makes no sense. His stupid coup got overthrown by me in an afternoon, so I don't trust his fucking leadership skills. Because at one dinner, I, an outsider who had no knowledge of the game, completely foiled his entire fucking plot. You're a bumbling incompetent too.
I don't know, that sounds like a perfect politician to me.
Fucking absolutely insane. I drank from the well because, listen, I know, so many people are like, oh, but Morrigan had, like, all of the knowledge. Morrigan knew all the shit. Morrigan is a weird bog witch that I'd known for about 15 minutes, who was saying ominous prophecy shit at me, and then was like, hey, you know this pit full of ancient elven knowledge? You should let me drink out of it, so that way I can relay this information to you like an evil vizier. I think I will not. I think I'll do it, and then go to the mages and the fucking, elves I know to tell me what the fuck the bullshit I'm hearing in my head means. Thank you. I think simply the fuck not. Like, we can't, like, listen, if I'm thinking about it from an objective perspective, yeah, Morrigan is probably the best person to do it if you're not playing an Elven Inquisitor, right? And Rhea was human. If you're an Elven Inquisitor, then, I mean, you know your culture better than she does, right? But, like, outside of that, again, let's not put up illusions here. She's a weird bog witch, and I was not gonna let some weird bog witch that I met possess ancient knowledge that I wouldn't be able to discern whether or not was true or false. Absolutely not. I was not going to let... Hello.
Afternoon.
I was not gonna let her do that. That was ridiculous, and it was an insane thing for her to ask me to do. And then everyone was like, this was a bad idea. And I'm like, eat my nuts. I know everything now, and you can just translate for me, and that's gonna be good enough for you or else. You're noticing a recurring pattern of Rhea's character being, oh, you're an incompetent, therefore I will do it myself.
It kind of just sounds like Rhea's entire character is, oh, you're incompetent. Literally suck my dick.
Yeah, basically. There's some backstory reasons for that, but we'll talk about that later. Translation would have been needed regardless. Yeah, true. Be rather go through me. Oh, I'm scrolling just down through a list of these so I remember, because I forgot. It's been a long time since I played this game. I made Cole human! I let the pretty ghost boy, I let him have his own life. He deserved it.
Yay.
He fucking...
He's a phantom?
He is the Fade.
Well,
So...
I knew, I caught on, don't worry.
Okay, no, I know what you're getting at, but, like, it's... For the people who don't understand, Cole... Oh, boy, it's hard to explain what Cole is. Cole's a ghost. Kind of?
Okay.
So, okay, in Dragon Age, ghosts aren't real, but spirits are. Which sounds a little nuts, but, like, hear me out. So what happens is, when you die, you go to the Fade, and your soul becomes part of a spirit. So you're not you anymore. You're part of a spirit of, like... You become a spirit of something else, right? So, for example, Cole was an elf who died, and he became a spirit of mercy.
So it's kind of like DC's Spectre without the secondary personality.
Yeah, kinda. One of the cool things about Cole as a character is, so like I said, he's a spirit of mercy. You meet him for the first time amongst the wounded in Skyhold, and he killing people. Like, he kills somebody. And when you go to stop him, it's revealed that they were not gonna make it. And he said I wasn't gonna let them sit here and bleed out for an hour because a doctor wasn't gonna come in time and they were going to die, so I put them out of their misery. So I eased their suffering.
Aww.
Because he's a spirit of mercy.
It does track well.
And then, one of my favorite dialogue options is, so as he becomes more and more person, he loses his abilities as a spirit. And he tells you that he's afraid to be a person again. And the little bits of dialogue he gives you is like, but what am I supposed to do? Who's going to sneak little wooden ducks into Leliana's room who's gonna sneak little wooden ducks into Leliana's room when she's sad? Who's going to, if he can see me, then Dorian will stop me from giving him cheese whenever he's sad. And you have to be like, well, you can still do, Cole, you can still do all those things. They just won't forget about you. And it means that you'll get to actually enjoy making them feel better. It's so good. I love Cole.
Alright.
I let him... I saved the chargers 100% of the time. Here's another fun one for people who watch this VOD and know, or people who are watching the stream and know. If you let the chargers die, you deserved what happened to you in Trespasser. Absolutely, 100% of the time. Oh my god. So many people were like, I can't believe that Iron Bull, the man I was dating this whole time, I can't believe that he turned on me. I can't believe that he turned evil and, like, we had to fight and kill him. What do you mean you can't believe that? You let his friends die! Like, what? You were the one who told him to his face, yeah, hey, your fealty to your religion's a weird word. It's the Qun is kind of an ethno-religion, so yeah, your fealty to your religion meant more, doing what you had to do for the government meant more than, the bonds you made with your closest friends. So yeah, of course he turned on you, you dumb bitch! What did you think was gonna happen? You thought he was gonna all of a sudden be like, you know what? You know what, Kadan, I value you more than I valued the people that I considered my family. Fucking... Nah, dipshit! Of course that he turned on you! You're a moron! Of course I saved the Chargers! If you let Krem die, I have no sympathy for you. None. Zero. You fucking deserved it. Fucking ridiculous. Oh, who you romanced was another one. I romanced... Okay. Technically, I have 3 answers to this, and why is really funny. So I did 2 full playthroughs of a DAI. But technically I have 3. What happened was I played the game on one console. I don't remember which was the one I had to migrate. I think it was... I played it on PS3 and then had to migrate it over to Xbox, I think, was how it worked. And they said in the marketing that you could migrate your playthrough from one console to the next. No, I played it on Xbox. That was right. I played it on Xbox. And they said with Trespasser that you'd be able to migrate your playthrough over to the next-gen console. And so I did. So I started playing the game with the assumption that I'd be able to migrate it over, but I got a PS4, and it didn't migrate across Xbox to PlayStation. So technically I have 1.5. I have 2.5 playthroughs. Because I just made all the same decisions, but just sped run the first half of the game on PS4. Except I think I changed 2 things because I didn't like the outcome and they didn't. I think I changed who I made the ruler of Orlais, I think I picked Celine and her girlfriend the first time, and then I think I just picked Celine the second time. No, because then I made all the same decisions. I'm remembering wrong. I made all the same decisions. The only thing I changed from playthrough to playthrough was in my first playthrough, I romanced Bull. And then on my Xbox playthrough, I romanced Bull, but I changed my mind, tucks hair behind ear, and on my PlayStation playthrough, I romanced Blackwall. And then in my second full playthrough that I did, where I played a Canary, I romanced Dorian. But this Inquisitor canonically romanced Blackwall. She couldn't have romanced Dorian. Dorian likes men. Which is something I'm kind of... Justin was talking about this, and I kind of agree. I'm not super bent out of shape about it, but I get the loss kind of sucks. They're just making all of the companions pansexual, so you can romance whoever in the new game. And I don't necessarily hate that. I think that's fine. Because then you don't have limitations if you want to, like, go down a certain story path with your, with Rook. But, like, I don't know, I'm with Justin. I liked the little tinge of realism that some of them had, where some of them had a confirmed, like, in-game sexuality.
I need to bounce.
Alright, goodbye!
Yeah, I'm gonna bounce too, but just want to see how you guys are doing with the really nice sketch, so.
Thank you!
Yeah.
Goodbye!
Hi.
It's only you and me, Lion Man.
Oh, you poor soul. Terrible company.
But I liked. Still shows evil. Skaven. Skaven are cool. Okay. But I loved Dragon Age.
I can tell.
It has a very interesting feel story-wise that I really like. And that I just don't see enough of, you know? Dio's here. Hello,
I
my
guess.
niece. There's a lot of, like...
Konnichiwa, fellow otaku.
Now you
fanboy! Where you been, twin?
Are you trapped? Can you not speak? Are you trapped in the layers of John capitalism? I thought you were off on I thought you were off on Tuesdays.
May your L's be many and your bitches few.
I feel like I'm translating a second language.
You're making Choso Jr. nervous.
Shut up.
At least you don't get bullied with the, and I quote, vine boom of autism.
It's so true. I get bullied with other things.
Domain expansion, malevolent back shots.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Dragon Age just has kind of like... possesses a sauce.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
Treat?
No treat.
God damn!
There's something about... It's not even necessarily the way that the, like, overall story is written, but the world building especially, and the two things that it does really well are its world building, and its inter-party dynamics. Yeah, I feel like, he has to communicate with soundboards when he's been trapped in the ancient temple. I'm free! I'm no longer in the walls! Ah! You're not free. Tellingly, you're not.
Brother,
Soundboard to soundboard communication. It's true. But yeah, the thing that always drew me in, the thing that drew me in when I started playing was less, like, I've said this before, right? My enjoyment of games like this doesn't really come from gameplay. 'Cause, like, I think that gameplay and game feel and things like that are fairly secondary. As long as the story holds me, I'll agree to a lot of shit. I'll put up with so much nonsense. And the story isn't anything, like, particularly groundbreaking or anything. It was good. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, like, it didn't revolutionize my RPG experience, but, like, what keeps me coming back is that Dragon Age has this particular gift with crafting a group of people that are just absolutely wonderful to hang out with. I was talking to Justin and I said when there was the rumor that it was going to turn into Souls-like combat, I was like, the fanbase would probably rather a dating sim before that. Like, I'd rather play a Dragon Age visual novel than a fucking Souls-like. It's just... There's so much more... Because the characters are the things that most of the community really cares about, you know? I think other game company makes Mass Effect. I've never played Mass Effect. I know 2 things about Mass Effect. And they're that the funny bug man is very sexy. And that I like the grunt. That's it.
Oh my! I mean, fuck.
That's all I know. I know that Garrus is hot. That's it. That's all I know. That's all I got for you. But I'll never see it because of Soulsborne gameplay, which isn't a dig at the gameplay style. I just suck at it. Yeah, samesies. It's just... It's one of those things where, like... One of the few things that I consider impenetrable, or, like, something that gives me massive pause is if something is either, like, a platformer, or... or that it's Soulsborne, because I'm so bad at both of those gameplay styles that, like, the experience becomes frustrating. I think that in retrospect, I think a lot of DAI's, like, fucking bullshit was really clunky and weird. Its combat was not the best. But, like... But again, there was so much to like from everything else that I was so willing to just put up with it. Growing up is realizing fantasy's better than sci-fi, at least for me. I don't particularly... I've never had a particular preference. I'm way too... I'm just way too... I want to say I'm way too open-minded for that, but, like... I don't know. I'm not picky enough.
I play Dragon Age for Blackwell's TV.
I also played Dragon Age for Blackwall Cities, in fairness. Listen, I said this before, if they fucking kill Varric before I get the chance to romance him, I'm gonna be fucking furious. Eldritch horrors can exist in both settings. Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I've never...
I'm almost free.
Almost free. But I have too much fondness for things in both genres to, like, care. I'm choosy about the things I like in general, purely just because, like, you have to have the Heaton vibes, you know? If it has the vibes, I'll fuck around with it a little bit. I'll give it a shot. But anything can have the vibes. So that's why I say, like, there's things I dislike broadly, but almost everything that I say I dislike, there's an asterisk to it. Like, for example, I'm not a big fan of roguelikes, but I like Hades. I like, Backpack Hero. I'm not a big fan of turn-based RPGs, but I like Persona. I like Pokemon. Like, I'm not a big fan of the big, like, 80-hour RPGs. I just don't have the time for them, but I really like Dragon Age. You know, it's stuff like that. Like I have things I can say in broad strokes that like, oh, I'm not a big fan of that, but like almost all of them, there's either an exception to the rule or an exception that proves the rule. You know what I mean? Sometimes both.
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes there's both. Sometimes there's an asterisk and a reason that I never touched the genre other than that asterisk.
I just saw something interesting.
Hmm.
A mama raccoon carrying her baby across the road.
Cute. I wish them safe
Treat.
No treat.
Treat.
No treat.
Treat.
No treat.
God damn.
I wish them safe travels. What if someone made a farming sim where instead of normal animals you raged eldritch monsters and demons? I would love that. I'd play the shit out of that.
Yes.
I've said before that, like, on my list of things I want to make in my lifetime is I want to make the kind of creature catcher that I want to play. I want really badly one that's, one part's, Pokemon Snap, one part's, Nintendogs. There is no combat system. You go into their native habitat and you have to find them, like in Pokemon Snap. You have to locate them and you have to figure out from observing them for a set period of time what kind of things they need in order to survive. And then you have to go back and you have to build it. And then from there, once you've built it, you can have them in your home and you can take care of them. That's what I want. Area autism creature craves oh, what's the term? Bestiary. He returned. Someone pitched that idea to someone. I think it'd be cool. I also think it'd be cool that you could have different creatures that are themed on different mythological creatures, because then you could, if you marketed it towards, certain types of kids, aka autistic children, you could teach them about different cultures as well, and you could have them raise cool pets. And then everybody wins.
Okay, let's go.
Who doesn't love a three-headed dog named Spot? Exactly! These coats are like cut in the middle, and I don't like that. I like the long... I think this is one of the beta designs, but I like this one. I did pick Warrior for Rihanna. Yeah, I know. Because I was a mage in DA2, and so I was like, I'll try being a warrior in DAI. Dio will know, when I say the words, I had a mage! I also fought the Arashock! Yeah.
No. Wait.
My joke is, I beat him on my first try! That fight took, like, 2.5 hours, but I beat him on my first try.
You what?
Yeah, I beat him on my first try, but it took me, like, 2 hours.
Oh, so you're racist.
The problem was I just kept kiting him around the pillars. So he couldn't get me, and then I would just wait until I could recharge mana, and then I'd just throw fire spells at him, and then I'd just run. It worked out, alright? I did it. I fought him. The pros and cons to having Fenris in your party at almost all times.
Nice cock.
Maybe I'll draw my, maybe I'll draw my Hawk tomorrow, and then I'll draw my other Inquisitor on Thursday. Where the fuck are these? They're how Mortis communicates when he's trapped in the ancient temple.
You're making Choso Jr. nervous.
This woman thinks you're packing and you're gonna call it Junior in front of her.
You are my special.
It's so fucking funny.
Domain expansion, unlimited Yaoi merch.
That's my favorite one.
This is no time for racism.
I sent you unlimited Yaoi merch. Losing my shit over these sound bites. Who finds these?
Did you set thick and moody?
That's not funny.
Mortis finds most of them on his own. I've sent him a few of them. Is this from the Rogue Inquisitor's final armor? Yes. I don't care. I like it. I wish you could mix and match armor pieces, but you can't. You have certain armor that you can use if you're a certain class, and that's fine, but I wish that I could make them look cooler. Goes to the dark web, duh. You're so right.
Huh?
Out here on the dark web, searching for sound bites.
Meow.
Oh god, I hate that one. I hate the fucking... We were talking about this. Is one of my favorite bits is when Mortis wants to do the, like, the funny ASMR react streams. Where we react to, like, bad boyfriend ASMR. And I've said, like, my participation in these is because I, as an autistic Ace Arrow person, hate all of them. I don't... Well, because I've said before, right? Like, I don't mind if it's an OC. Like, I've said this before. One of my stream boundaries, one of my streamer boundaries, is that if you like any of my, like, over 18, obviously, OCs, you can make NSFW of them. I don't particularly care. But I've asked repeatedly, like, don't make NSFW of my VTuber. Because my thing is that as an Ace Arrow person, I'm not sex repulsed, but I don't want to be sexualized. I don't want it to be me. That's the shit that makes me, like, uncomfortable. But, like, in stuff like Dragon Age, it's fine, because, like, it's a character. It's when it goes to, like... But, like, POV, like, VR experiences and, like, boyfriend ASMRs, that shit makes my fucking skin crawl. I hate that. Don't make it me.
Brother, ugh.
And, fucking YN fanfic is like that, too. I can't read- that's why I can't read YN fanfic.
May your L's be many and your bitches few.
Does Dragon Age let you play some Magic War? Yeah, you can be a mage. DAI actually makes playing as a mage fucking viable. Let a coon brains ruin everything. Factually true. The pains of being a sex haver.
May your L's be many and your bitches few.
I've joked with, I'll joke around with, Justin sometimes. But, like, some of the things he's taught me about, like... Nah, as an aloe, it's XYZ, and I'm like, oh, that sounds like it sucks. Having, like, a sex drive sounds like it blows. I don't want that. Fucking ew.
Brother, ugh.
Brother, ew.
Brother, ugh.
I don't know how you aloes do it.
Umai! I mean, fuck.
I mean, a warrior that knows magic. Oh! No. Not really. Why imposter sound? That one I didn't understand. Like, less sex ace people. Yeah. Oh, since it's Pride Month, I'll tell you a tale, my precious children, my precious legionnaires. I've had most of...
Okay, hi. I only have a couple minutes. One, false. You can technically be a warrior and a mage. You have to become a knight enchanter, in which you use a spectral sword to do the funky warrior stuff. It's very cool. I love it. It's one of my favorite classes for mages and Inquisition. Two, fucking dog. Same hat when it comes to the like the reader insert, but like with the audios and stuff. If I think about it being me, I physically just want to kill myself.
Yeah, I just
I don't think of like a mercy, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, and I forgot the rest of what I was gonna say.
Are you almost free?
I'm almost free. My mom is at the Mexican market getting pumpkin beans.
Getting funky beans.
Fucking beans. Me and the boys at 3 a.m. searching for beans.
But I've had most of the awful things said to me. I was told I was selfish.
Okay.
For not considering, you know what? I was told I was selfish twice.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was told that I was selfish, because I wasn't considering the needs of my partner.
Okay.
Granted, at the time, the partner I had didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
because props to Brando. You may know his name a couple of times. He was perfectly willing to wait until I was ready, and I never was. And we ended up having a very nice mutual breakup because he was like, that matters to me. And I'm like, it doesn't matter to me. And he's like, well, then we're at an impasse. And I was like, damn. He's like, do you think it'll ever matter to you? I said, no. And he goes, well, I don't want to make you uncomfortable, so I guess we're breaking up. And I was like, damn, okay, do you still want to play BioShock? And he's like, yeah. And then we did, and we're still friends.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, the partner...
There's a wasp that's... Sorry, I'm in the car right now. There's a wasp that's throwing its entire body against the windows, and that's kind of freaking me out. Anyway, back to the board.
So the partner I had didn't care about that, but I was told I was selfish for not considering what he wanted. I was also told that I was selfish for not... How did he phrase it? For hoarding a resource? He was like, oh, you fucking...
You what?
Yeah! Yeah, some men can't get women, so it's wrong of me to not have sex. It makes me a bad person to not have sex, because I should be considering, the men that can't get laid, I guess.
Oh no!
Then I was... No! You know what? I was also told I was selfish, by another woman, because I was not... Because if I was asexual, it meant I wasn't gonna have children.
Nope.
And that made me selfish.
Nope. Oh no.
Then... I've been called frigid, which is a classic. I've been... Oh, God. I was told I hadn't found the right person yet, hadn't found the right man.
I quickly became homophobic. Hating on gay people became part of my lifestyle.
I was told I was told repeatedly several different permutations of, like, your opinion will change. You'll, like, when you get older. I was told that, when my hormones kicked in, that I'd feel differently, that I'd start wanting to have sex. Which, spoilers, I'm knocking on the door of 30 and they haven't. It was a lot of that. A lot of like, oh, you'll change your mind. Oh, this is temporary, blah, 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 whatever.
Holy fuck!
I was lucky enough, what an asshole. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I quickly became allophobic. I started to hate horny people. It's so true. Listen, I've met some tremendously, like, loving and understanding allos. Like Justin, for example. But, like, some people just truly, madly, deeply cannot wrap their fucking domes around the fact that, like, the big one for me, right, is I hate the narrative that gets spread about ace people that we don't experience discrimination. A lot of fellow queer folk express this, and it's, you know, factually untrue. We're one of the most likely groups of people to experience corrective rape. We're in several, like, anthropological studies, they found that ace people were considered to be, like, lesser than animals. Because it was perceived that because we didn't have what other people consider a quintessential human experience, we weren't human.
I think I've heard just about everything I don't want to hear from you. Shut the...
Apparently being sexual with no one is also somehow immoral. Yeah, that's a big one. That one I've never understood. Like, this weird belief that somehow it's immoral to not want to have sex. It's because, like, I get where, like, the negative perception comes from. I obviously don't agree with it. Surprise! But, like, but I get where it comes from. I get where those feelings originate from, right? Because it's hard, especially with something that's so, like, something that's so integral to your experience as, like, a person. It's a very difficult thing to imagine living life without something that you consider so, like, sacred to your experiences as a person, you know? And especially, like, that study, it happens to other queer people. Thank you. And it's because, like... And it's because, being queer, having romantic and sexual attraction is so definitive to other queer people's lived experience, just, like, such a key tenet of who they are, that the idea of not experiencing that is just incredibly foreign to them.
Are we talking like some people are aphobic?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Konnichiwa, fellow otaku.
Hello.
Are you femboy? Where you been, twin?
Okay.
But, like, you can be confused by something and not be a shitheel is the point, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not particularly difficult to, like, not impose your moral values on other people. At least I thought we as queer people all agreed on that. And yet every fucking year I have to hear, I don't think the ace people belong as part of the LGBT community because they're not as fucking discriminated against as we are. Blah, 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 blah.
Brother, Wasn't there an argument at one point where some were like, I don't think bi people deserve to be in the LGBT?
Because they can be straight passing, you see.
Oh, that's what it was about. Gotcha.
It's one of the same reasons, one of the same talking points I hear against ace people, which is why I'm so vocal for my fucking bi brethren. Bi girls bringing their straight boyfriends to Pride. Shut up. Like, shut the fuck up. Actually, shut up. You don't... Shut the fuck up. I hate this conversation! There's one side of the Pride discourse that I have a hot take about. And I'll share it in a second after this bite of salmon. I think
I'm free! I'm no longer in the walls! Ah!
Okay.
Mortis has powerful soundboard.
I can tell. Jesus. That woke me up pretty quickly. Fuck.
I have a new one that's just a scream. Do you want to hear?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Okay.
At least it's turned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I noticed that I had it, and I was like, "Oh, I should see what this is before I just bust it out." So that's why I left for the second it came back.
But I have the hot pride take. I'm in the camp that I think there should be specific areas for kink stuff at Pride. I don't think we should completely eliminate kink at Pride, because I agree a lot of people in kink have done quite a bit for the LGBT community, and they should be honored and recognized just like everybody else. But I think in the modern time, I think that like walking in general areas with when we're trying to let LGBT youth and ace people feel more comfortable in this environment, I think like walking general spaces in fucking bondage gear and pup hoods is not appropriate anymore.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think that I don't think it should be completely barred. I just think there should be certain spaces for it at Pride.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when we're trying to cater a safe space for both young people and people who do not experience sexuality or who do not experience sexual like attraction, I feel like emphasizing the sexual side of things is just not appropriate anymore. If it's not an adults-only event, if it's not supposed to be an adults-only event, I think we should treat it like that. That's all. So Dragon Age. What's the point of this stream?
Yes. I just got finished with mine about a couple of minutes ago, so I'm relaxing.
What were you streaming?
A little bit of Overwatch 2, and then I finished it off in VR chat.
Unfucking
Hell yeah,
believable.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
No, don't you hell yeah him. We don't encourage self-harm on this stream.
What?
I'm not gonna sit here and listen. I'm not gonna sit.
Are you talking on his VR chat experience too?
No, I'm talking on Overwatch.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it's like, what did I do? Listen, the only reason I played Overwatch is because the other game I wanted to play was still kind of having problems and it was updating. So I was like, shit, I guess Overwatch.
No, that's so real. Like, Overwatch is the thing you stream. Like, if it's not your brand, that's what you stream when you have nothing else to stream. Also,
This is no time for racism.
Shut up.
Oh, trust me. Next stream, it's just gonna be a full VR chat stream. So.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I'm putting you on blast.
Please consider your next words carefully, because I was about to send you another picture of my hair.
No, I'm putting you on blast because it's funny. So, this motherfucker. So we're on one of our dates, and this motherfucker forgot that we were watching anime together, so he forgot that I could see his screen, and I caught him on a fucking Twitch streamer tab that he had muted so that he could collect Overwatch rewards while we were on our date!
It was, listen.
It's why.
Listen, it was worth it. It was a skin that Blizzard had the audacity to charge money for. Like a bundle. And they now gave you the bundle if you watched X amount of hours of Overwatch streamers.
Oh god.
I'm telling
they did the same thing with Venture's non-binary skin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy I got it. It's such a cool skin. It's basic, don't get me wrong, but I'm so glad that I have it.
This is fucking ridiculous. I can't handle this.
Anyways, I haven't brushed through my hair yet, but I let my hair air dry again today, and my curls are curling. Please look so I can delete the picture very quickly.
God, your hair's so pretty.
Thank you. I'm gonna assume you saw it. I'm gonna
did.
delete it now.
I did. You can delete it.
I'm literally gonna think about. All right, so VTuber model looks like this, but in IRL I don't have dreads, but I am growing my hair out to get dreads. So
I think dreads look good on you.
So real.
yeah. That's the one hair. Okay, in my entire life, that's the one hairstyle I've yet to get. I've rocked short hair. I have rocked a bald. I have rocked long hair. I have rocked an afro. I have straightened my hair out and put a perm in that bitch and had hair better looking than most dudes' chicks. I did it all. So
I feel like dreads would be good for your face shape.
I agree.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to. I had to recut my hair to get it back to where it was because I fucked up somewhere when I was trying to shape my hair up.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm regrowing my hair out, and I'm trying to go for dreads. That's my whole process.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I wish you luck.
Yep, it's gonna. The biggest problem is trying to find somebody that's not going to jip me out of money because here's a fun fact for y'all out there. Some people like to charge you damn near $250 to do your hair and dread wise because while I understand at the same time, damn, you want $250 if not $300 for to do my hair.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
I mean, like I said, I get it because you're going to be sitting there for hours. You're basically there for hours on end. It depends on the person, but Jesus.
Oh, mm-hmm.
I get it, but at the same time, I'm like,
that's so much.
That's too damn much.
It's so much money.
That's why I've been looking up. I'm actually probably going to talk to my mom though and be like, yo, do you know anybody? Because before she cut her hair, she knew somebody and she did some locks at one point.
Oh, nice. While Heaton is drawing their Inquisitor, I will draw my Inquisitor. It is parallel play, but also our date, but also stream.
Perfect. Oh my god. I know today.
The fucking, the little scared chihuahua.
Yeah.
Fucking, I loved listening to Dio talk about Aramet, and I was like, oh, the polar opposite of Rhea.
Yeah, because, dog, she was 19 when suddenly she was told she was the Herald of Andraste. Fucking, how could she not be?
Little elf.
Not be a terrified little elf chihuahua. Prehistoric Amalia.
Rhea would give her, scary dog privilege.
It's what she needs. It's been so long since I've actually gone through my Dragon Age folder of stuff.
Fucking 6'1" bad bitch, former Templar, turned Reaver.
Lord.
She should. She deserves.
Rhea really said, I'm going to stop taking heroin and I'm going to stop drinking dragon's blood, actually.
Listen, slay.
It's funny you say dragon's blood. I got hit with an ad, and it's House of Dragon.
Nice!
Nice.
Oh god! So, I need to read two things to you.
Okay.
One, I'm putting one of Justin's friends on blast. I'm not gonna say his name because he's not internet people, so we're not gonna put him on blast. But I am gonna put what he said on blast because it was fucking stupid as hell. Dragon Age, so quoting, Dragon Age has a very specific aesthetic and atmosphere that just isn't there in that trailer. Which, you know what? I'm willing to agree with.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the trailer, but a lot of people were mixed on both the art style and the presentation of it.
But
and
also, just for a second, we have been stuck in Fuckwater for Elden for a hot minute.
We have been stuck in Fuckwater for Elden for a bit. But I get it, right? It's very different, and for some people that's not what they like about Dragon Age. So I was like, I heard people complaining about it, and as I told them, I'm like, this isn't unnecessarily an unreasonable complaint. It's just a complaint I disagree with. And then it was this sentence. Dragon Age was doing dark fantasy before Game of Thrones was really even a thing, on television at least. Brother, where?
Huh?
What? And apparently, I heard from Justin, a ton of people are calling Dragon Age dark fantasy.
Which is, I mean, okay, hold on. Yes, however.
No, absolutely not. No, Dragon Age is not dark fantasy.
I mean, considering some of the horrors of, like, the shit that we saw in 2, I would argue it, like, gets dark, but I wouldn't necessarily call it, like, a dark fantasy, you know?
No, and that's what he was like, it's like...
The Witcher is more dark fantasy than Dragon Age is.
Yeah, like, Dragon Age is not dark fantasy. Dragon Age has some dark elements to its storytelling, but, like, calling Dragon Age dark fantasy because of, like, the few dark elements it has in its storytelling is me being like, well, there's an apocalypse in Adventure Time, so Adventure Time's dark fantasy, which is insane. Which is insane.
Wow.
Also, I want to see something real quick. No, okay. I was like, okay. Dragon Age Origins came out in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Game of Thrones came out the same year that Skyrim came out, so 2011.
I love that that's how you measure that. Go on.
So, like, just in the fantasy that, like, Dragon Age is dark fantasy, real quick. Even then, like, maybe, but not for very long.
No, because DA2 was not dark fantasy. If you want to argue that Origins was dark fantasy,
yeah,
sure. I mean, I think you're splitting hairs, but whatever. I could see that. But DA2 and Inquisition, are you insane?
No, see, I would argue that I see DA2 is a lot darker than what Origins was. Just because you do have the horrors of Red Lyrium and what happens to the city of Kirkwall and the corrupting influence there, right?
My poor mom.
I think that's chef's kiss, fucking excellent as, like, that's a horror premise.
Arts and stuff. Like, oh, remember this thing? Well, now it's like
absolutely insane.
Origins and Inquisition? Absolutely not.
No, you're insane. You're nuts. You're crazy. Gaslighting isn't real.
Dog, in Origins with the DLC, we get a fucking montage of a guy, Alistair's brother, who we only really knew for like 5 minutes. Like, dark fantasy, sure. Yep, totally.
Yes, Brooks' joke was my favorite. Is Brooks like, I've never aged a dragon, but isn't Inquisition the one where there is an entire subplot between your party members about how much Cassandra likes smut, and then you get to make fun of her about it?
Yeah.
And then, fellas, can I share with you something from earlier this week? Loudon, have you ever aged a dragon?
Sorry, what?
You ever played Dragon Age, Loudon?
Have I ever what? I'm sorry.
Have you ever played Dragon Age, Loudon?
One time.
Cool. Then I need your expertise on racism.
Lovely. Cool.
Fucking Mortis knows what this is about.
I actually have no clue, but I will.
Oh, you were the first person I sent it to.
Okay. Just keep going. I'll catch up.
So in the wild on TikTok,
already off to a great start.
I encountered a post.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there we go.
I know. Well,
I
here with me. I'm here with you.
I encountered a post on TikTok in the wild. This was not like quote retweeted. This was not one of the things that was like stitched by somebody else and they were making fun of it. This was something my For You page provided me. So some of you will remember how we were talking during during Summer Games Fest. We were talking about how the Dragon Age fan base has a problem with racism. I'm about to show you what I mean by that.
Brace yourself.
Because this is absolutely insane. I'm now quoting this post. Can someone please explain to me why the general consensus in the Dragon Age fandom is that Solus tends to be racist? I've been deep diving all of the content I can find and haven't seen anything other than a singular clip where he says, quote, Qunari are savage creatures, their ferocity only held in check by the Qun. But Qunari aren't a race. They're a multiracial religious order. The race with horns and large stature are Kosith, which is a term known by scholars and one that Solus himself would absolutely be aware of. This also seems like, especially in his context of his conversations with Bull, what he's saying is that Qunari, the members of the Qun, are savages or violent because the Qun teaches them to be so, and then leashes that brutality to their own ends. Like he literally says, many of them are savages, as you say, because your culture taught them nothing else, in reference to the Talvashoth. It makes absolute sense that he would vehemently oppose an order such as the Qun because of his deep desire to see all living creatures have full autonomy and freedom. The Qun exists because it denies its followers exactly that. I know this is a long rant, but I'm genuinely so confused as to why this is the standard take. Now, some of you picked up on what's wrong with that immediately.
Yep.
I see, and some of you are confused. I'm going to explain to you what's wrong with that, because, two things. One, their pseudo-fantasy history fact, factually incorrect. I double-checked it, because I had never heard the term Kosith before. It's the precursors of the Qunari. So it's like their ancient ancestors. Basically, what we consider Homo erectus are Kosith.
Okay.
Modern creatures, the people like Bull, the big gray people with the horns, they're Qunari. They're called Qunari. They're all Qunari. The term for non-Qunari who join the Qun is Vidathri. So it's the other way around. There's actually a term for it is the ethnicity. Qunari is the ethnicity. There's a term for people who join the religion.
Mm-hmm.
But some of you are sitting there and tilting your heads and going, I don't get it. Let me simplify this down to its base roots, which was my joke.
Go ahead.
Which was my joke, which was, Why are people calling Solus racist? He just said that this closed ethno-religion turns its people into savages, and then in said same conversation compares people joining their religion to demonic possession.
And then I made the real world comparison of, I mean, I know he said some bad things about Jewish people, but not every Jewish person is biologically Jewish, so... Because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
that's the racism at play.
It's literally...
But nah, he's not racist. It's okay, guys. The egg is...
Yeah, literally the problem with that is if you replace the word Kunari with Jew, it immediately becomes incredibly... Like, that rant becomes incredibly anti-Semitic. Because it's literally like, well, he's not talking about specifically, ethnic Jewish people. He's talking about all people who ascribe to Judaism. And it's like, yeah, that would be anti-Semitic. Brittany, that's not... I can't get over with my whole ass. Like, why do people keep calling him racist? He's just stating that people who follow this ethno-religion are all savages.
And that's not even getting into the genocide that he wants to commit. Like,
oh yeah, and then he committed an ethnic genocide. That's right. I forgot about that. You know, why do people think Solus is racist? What?
That's crazy. Why?
What does it mean?
No, but the problem is Dorian, because he's repeating propaganda that he doesn't fully understand at you.
No, but obviously the problem is Blackwell because he lies to you.
Fucking Jesus Christ. No, it's not because he lies to you, it's because he kills people.
Yeah, but they were innocent people. In fucking Orlais.
Nobody in Orlais is innocent.
Nobody in Orlais is innocent.
Nobody in Orlais is innocent. Their crime is being French.
Yeah. Ah, boy. Heard that before.
Fucking, like, it's bananas. I can't. It's like how there's nobody in Ferelden who's innocent because their crime is being British. But, like,
Ferelden, baby.
It's so true. It's so fucking nuts. Like, also, like, the way that the fandom treats Isabella.
Oh my god, the way the fandom treats anyone who's, like, a person of color. Character or other people a part of the fandom. Like, people of color have been chased out of the fandom before.
I was joking about this, but I'm so fucking for real, actually. It sounded like a bit, but it was not. I'm gonna lose my mind if people are racist about the new dark-skinned elf companion, because, like...
Davrin? Yeah.
Yeah, if they're fucking racist about Davrin, because my immediate response is like, motherfucker, half of this fandom's favorite character is a fucking POC elf. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Fenris is a lot of things. White is not one of them.
Yeah, that's not stopping artists from trying, though.
Please stop whitewashing Fenris!
Stop whitewashing Fenris.
This man's a person of color, please. Please.
Let him have his melanin.
Let fucking Zevran have his melanin, too. Jesus.
Zevran have his melanin, yeah.
I don't think Zevran's... Well... I don't think Zevran's a person of color. I think Zevran's just Spanish, but...
No, he is. He counts. He has melanin.
I was gonna say, does he have melanin, or is he just from Ravane?
Well, I think that's part of it, because a lot of characters who are from Ravane do have melanin.
Damn,
but there's
right.
a difference between, like... So, there's a difference between, like, Duncan Ravane and, like, Zevran or Isabella Ravane, you know?
Well, yeah.
Speaking of, let Duncan have his melanin, hello?
You know,
let Alistair have his melanin back.
For a fucking fan base that is so full of, like, for a fucking franchise that's so full of, like, queer and POC representation, why is our fucking fandom so racist?
For real. It's crazy. It's insane to me.
Also,
I know I spent
please stop being
all
mean to
the time-
Krem. In this essay, I will.
God, please.
Krem's not good enough representation. You're not good enough representation. You're a bad representation of trans people.
Bestie, it was 2014.
Also, like, they're acting like fucking, like, Krem commits a hate, Krem commits a hate crime, but, like, or, like, says a slur, but, like, what's wrong with Krem's... Krem literally, like, was willing to die for his right to be a man. What are you talking about? I don't understand what the fucking problem that people have with Krem's fucking representation is. I don't get it.
Yeah, I have no clue either. That's insane to me. I always heard that Krem was fantastic representation. This is the first time I'm hearing that people have, like, problems with his representation.
Oh, I've heard tons of people be like, oh, he's not good enough. He's not enough. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Listen, I get it. I get that you want to feel that way or feel some type of way in the year of, like, 2020. But, dog, this game came out in 2014. All of the representation we had back then was shit. Like, I get it. I understand you want for better, and that's okay. But, like, we have to be a little bit realistic here.
And then, again, also, like, there was nothing wrong with Krem!
Exactly!
Fucking, he was trans. He was willing to die for the right to be trans. And then on top of that, Bull got fucking maimed for his right to be trans.
Yeah.
What's your fucking damage? What's your problem? Like, I never understood. I could never get an answer. I heard people say it, and then when confronted about, like, what was the problem with Krem's representation, nobody could give me an answer.
Right.
Hashtag free the melanin. It's so true. No! A judge got it in 1. Not all Africans are archaic, just the ones still following their indigenous religion. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what that is. You're so right.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what Solus's whole thing is, too.
Hey, you want to know something funny? Which is the best part, the 1-2 punch. For Loudon, who has no idea. You want to know why that's doubly funny and doubly like, oh my god, why the fuck would you say that, Brittany? The Canary are Muslim coded.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, hey, you know what
their religion is, their organization is Middle Eastern coded.
Yeah, hey, you want to know what other religion with ethnic ties is also something that Solus hates? That has a real world comparison?
Oh yeah, the Dalish.
The Dalish, who are Jewish
coded.
Oh god.
It's so fucking funny. It's so funny. It's so funny because they're like, no, Solus never did anything wrong. Why does everybody hate Solus? It's like, bitch!
Girl, I need you to be so real right now.
Your man's is like, I've joked about this before, right? I'll clown on Cullen Likers all day long. Because they deserve it. Love yourself, girly. But like,
except for Sauce. Sauce is very cool, but go on.
No, I'll clown on Sauce.
No, not Sauce.
I'll clown on Sauce. Get better taste. I like you. You're Sauce. If you watch this stream, or if Mortis sends you this clip, I like you a lot. You're really cool. Get better taste. Love yourself more. You can do better. You can do better than this sad dog. You can't fix him.
But we like the sad dog. And
Like
maybe we don't want to hate him. Maybe we want to. No, I don't know.
Like, if you want a sad dog who will actually like you and not be racist like Blackwall.
True.
Yeah.
My joke. Listen, Cullen being racist is a joke I make in jest because you can only romance him if you're human. If you're a human or elf female. So my joke is that Cullen's racist. Solus will only romance you if you're an elf because he is racist, but, like, Collins is just a funny bit. But, like, fucking, like, I'll clown on Colin girlies all day long, but, like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, okay. Hold on. Let's be real here. Sauce, I love you. We're on the same page here. You're here with me, I'm here with you.
Goes from defending his friend to throwing her under the bus immediately!
Well, no, because me and Sauce are on the same page about this one. It depends on the type of Colin girly, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, like, no, that's what I mean. It's like, I'm preemptively stopping you, because, like, I know that, but, like, it's the same with...
But I have a joke to make.
I'll make your joke. Okay, go ahead and make your joke.
Okay. And the difference is whether or not they have over, let's say, 10 hours in Hogwarts Legacy.
Damn, you're so right. I forgot about that. No, you're right. Never mind. Anyway. But, like, yeah, I would say that being a Cullen girly isn't inherently, like, a bad thing. If you look me in the eyes, and you tell me, I romanced Solus, or I romanced Anders, you will be able to hear me make the Metal Gear Alert noise. Like, I will, in fact, be judging you so hard you cannot function. My judgmental stare will be physically tactile. You will be able to feel it on your skin.
I can confirm, I romanced Anderson too.
Why?
Doug, you know this. I missed him from... Listen. Dragon Age 2 Anders versus Awakening Anders, two different characters. Fucking, he's very peak, like, man who schemes in Awakening, but he loses all of that in 2.
He's so fucking annoying.
That being said, I'm not delusional. Okay, I know he's manipulative as hell. Because he is.
There's nothing on this earth. Like, at first I was like, as I was playing the game, I had a friend who recommended Dragon Age to me, and she really liked Anders.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't get it. He's just really fucking irritating. Like, for the first, like, half of the game, all he is just really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And I was DMing her, and I'm like, I don't get it. He's just really he's just pissing me off. He's really annoying. And she's like, no, you'll get it. He'll get better later, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, maybe he's like, my man, Fenris. I keep seeing comparisons between the two. I was like, maybe it's because he starts out really, like, chilly and antagonistic, but, like, as he gets to know you, like, his positions will soften, blah, 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 whatever.
Which, yes, but also, no.
But then I got to the mission.
The church. Yeah.
And he's like, I need you to help me do something. And I'm like, okay, cool, buddy pal. What do you want me to help you do? I can't tell you. What do you mean you can't tell me? Well, I can't tell you. And, like, when I tell you that, unironically, I exhausted every single dialogue option that video game gave me to try and get him to tell me what the fuck he wanted me to do. Because I was like, this is so suspicious. Just out of nowhere for him to do this. So I kept probing. I'm like, why can't you tell me? And he goes, well, because if it goes wrong, I don't want you to be implicated. What?
The hell?
And I kept pushing and I kept pushing. And eventually, he just gets mad at you and he's like, I just need you to say yes. Just trust me. Do you not trust me? And it doesn't give you an option to say no because it's plot important.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is such a fucking bad idea.
This is gaslighting.
I was like,
no. You have no idea. I'm gonna let Heaton finish their thought, and then I'm gonna jump in because I romanced Anders and did something very similar. But go ahead.
But yeah, I was like, this is so fucking suspicious. And I think you have the option to tell him, like, this is really suspicious. I don't trust this. And he's like, I don't care. Just help me. And I was like, all right, fine. So you sit down, you have a nice conversation with the chantry, with the ladies in the chantry. Which, by the way, makes everything 1,000 times worse. Because I don't know how many of you, like... Because a lot of people keep getting it in their heads that they're like, oh... He destroyed the chantry, so, like, it's where all of the fucking oppressors were, blah, 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 etc. You dumb motherfucker, did you forget? Okay, it's like, understandable. You probably haven't played DA2 in a while. I remember this vividly because it was the moment that codified that I fucking hated this man, and made that moment the moment that I was going to dedicate my entire life to hating this man, to being the greatest hater of a fictional character that's ever existed. The Chantry Mothers are on his side.
Yeah.
Literally, during that conversation, you can tell them, like, oh, well, I like that you had the opportunity to be like, well, a friend of mine who's an apostate, because it's you, when you're a mage, like, a friend of mine who's an apostate, like, avoided chantries because, you know, they're not the best for mages, blah, 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 etc. And the Chantry Mothers are like, yeah, we know. And it's like, you do? And he's like, and they're like, yeah, it's terrible the way that the Kirkwall Chantry has ended up. We didn't want it to be like this. We've actively been trying to get the Templars to change, but Meredith is a crazy whore who, like, doesn't trust mages and is weird and paranoid, and so she won't listen to us. But we've been trying steadily to, like, to get things to change. And she tells you, like, and you're having this very nice conversation, and she's like, and she says, change takes time, and we've been doing what we can, and change has been happening. It's just not happening as fast as we'd like, because we don't have the power to change things faster.
Exactly.
So all of those people are on his side. They agree with him. They're like, no, he's right. We just need to get something, like, something just needs to happen to convince, the fucking heads of the Templars in this area to change their behavior. And once we figure out how to do...
Sorry, go ahead.
And then he fucking kills them!
Yeah, and then something happens. And boy howdy do things change.
And God, it made me so mad. It made me so fucking mad. Because I was like, they agreed with you. If you'd have had one conversation with them, you'd have seen that they would have agreed with you. But you were so blinded by how much you hated them that you couldn't possibly fathom that people on this side of the argument agreed with you. And I hated it. Oh my god, it made me so mad.
So, fun fact, if you actually romance Anders, pardon, because I did, and then I too went through the line of dialogue because I was hoping maybe I could convince him otherwise, to not do what he was about to do, because it was and is stupid. There's a point where if you try using, like, oh, come on, please, I love you, there's another way to, like, change people's minds. He says, if you truly loved me, you would do this without questioning me. Not exactly, like, word for word, but pretty fucking close.
What the fuck?
Whoa,
Yeah.
sis!
Like, straight up emotional manipulation.
The moment before that, there's... What a charmer. Wow. Yeah!
Mind you, like, after he does say it, he does, like, apologize and he feels, like, bad for it, which he should. But I remember the first time I was playing through and I got to that point and I was like, oh no. Like, the Planet of the Apes monkey.
Oh no, bro.
Bad ape.
Yeah.
Oh no, bro.
Oh no. You're thinking of Muscle Man.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Muscle Man of the oh no, bro.
Oh no, bro.
My big one.
Adding an apology makes it worse in this situation. Yeah!
Yeah! Because he knew!
Even worse. He knew what he was doing, and he knows that it hurts you, and you can respond as such. And he's like, my love, I know, I'm sorry. I didn't want it to come to this.
So not I'm sorry. So not I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry you put me in this place that I had to blackmail you emotionally. Oh my fucking god.
Listen, I will be playing Dragon Age on my own streams up until the release of Veilguard. I will be romancing Anders again. I will specifically record the section of this because I think you're gonna lose your absolute shit.
I will lose my fucking piss. Also, I'll find it. Romance Fenris. Don't do this to yourself.
No, but dog, it's easier to get along with Anders because of the choices that I make in game. I barely finished 2 with Fenris being like okay with me.
Also, like, by the way, so two other things, right, that get me about Fenris. Or that get me about Anders, rather, not about Fenris. Fenris is fine. Are the way he treats Fenris and the way he treats Meryl.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know...
talk about the slavery thing?
Yeah!
Yup. Okay, cool.
So, for those of you who don't know, Fenris is the deep-voiced pretty boy, the one with the white hair from DA2.
Gideon Emery.
God, his voice is so sexy. By the way, I had only, this is a brief aside about Fenris, but I love it because it's a funny story. I had only ever seen pictures of him up until playing the game. So when I found him, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "I'm sorry? That's what he sounds like? Nobody was gonna tell me?" God, his voice is so sexy.
Real.
But like, fucking, so fucking, Anders and Fenris hate each other. Because Anders, hates the Templars because he's a fucking bitch. And...
Well, I mean, he hates the Templars for good reason. The Templars at this point really fucking suck.
You're right. He does hate the Templars for good reason. He hates the Wardens because he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Who couldn't hack it and, ran away. But whatever, that's neither here nor there.
Which is crazy, considering what happened with Awakening. But go off. Slay King.
But like, so...
Sorry,
fucking, but Fenris, has a supreme distrust of mages, and I'm choosing those words carefully because of something that I'm going to highlight later. Because, while Anders' like, irritations with the Templars are valid, and I'm not gonna pretend they're not, I was joking, but I'm not gonna pretend they're not, like, his grievances and his fears of them are valid. Fenris hates mages because he was kept as a slave, had magic rocks called lyrium embedded into his skin, and was used as a fucking blood magic receptacle.
Yeah, specifically by mages in Tevinter, where that shit is legal. And also where they don't have a circle in which mages are contained.
It's also, like, kind of quietly implied that he was possibly sexually abused as well. There's some stuff, they never out and out say it, but there's a lot of, like, implications in the way that Daenerys talks to him that implies that he probably was, but we're not,
Yeah.
Props to Dragon Age, they don't just say that for shock value. It's all, it's all implied and unsettling. So, Daenerys shows back up, his former slave master, the one who abused him. You get approval points from Anders by selling Fenris back into slavery.
Which is wild. Absolutely insane. I don't even know what that means for his character, because that like goes so everything that we have been told and have seen from Anders that goes against a lot of his own like ideals and shit.
It's almost mi amor. It's almost like the only consistent character trait about him is that he's a hypocrite.
Oh, fuck, fair point.
Like the only consistent thing about Anders' character is that it's rules for thee and not for me. It's, oh, I hate it when the Templars do this. Does it? So for example, as a perfect transitional example, Anders wants to talk a lot of shit about Meryl. Who is the one that I romanced. So I got to hear a lot of this. So he wants to talk a lot of shit about Meryl. So Meryl is an elf. She is Dalish. She's a blood mage. Meryl, did not start doing blood magic for blood mage reasons. She did not want power. She did not want control. She started doing blood magic because she wanted to research ancient elfin technology, and the best way to do that was to form pacts with creatures from the Fade, so she made a deal with a demon and ended up doing blood magic.
Very specifically, she was researching an alluvian.
Yeah, she's researching pieces of her old culture, and the only way to do that was to make those blood pacts. She didn't become a blood mage because she wanted to become a blood mage. She became a blood mage because she wanted to learn more about her people. She also never at any point uses her power negatively. She never hurts anybody with her magic. She never falls... Well, she never falls to temptation. She never, like, uses her power to control. She makes mistakes, sure, but she doesn't, like...
No, Dog, we kill people in Dragon Age 2.
We do, but people who deserve it. Like... But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't... What I mean by she doesn't use her power... Like, she doesn't, like...
She's not blowing it up in Kirkwall.
The only people she fights are people who are hurting other people. Is what I mean. Which is why I would say she's not abusing her power. That's why I used the word abusing.
It's like getting a warlock pack, but the demon is so chill with you just going around and, like, making bread all day, you know?
Yeah.
That's kind of the vibe here.
And Meryl's an outlier, and justifiably, one of the great, as with all things, one of the great contrasts is between Fenris and fucking Anders, is Fenris is reasonably a little wary of her. He's a little put off by her at first because he sees blood mage before he sees anything else, and that's a fair thing for him to feel. But Meryl never tries to, like, push his boundaries. She approaches slowly, she acts in kindness, she's only ever nice to him, and she, like, takes rejection understandably. All she wants is to be his friend. So she approaches him with love and kindness and understanding. And eventually, Fenris starts to like her. And I like that. Their relationship is one of my favorites in DA2, purely because I really like how Fenris comes into his own and begins to find comfort in the people around him, regardless of, like, what his initial responses to them might be. I think that's excellent. I love everything about that. Anders! However, well, I can't really call him racist because he doesn't...
He's not racist. He is... Okay.
Incredibly shitty to Meryl all the time for no reason.
Well, no, hold on. What do you call it when, like... Prejudice... I feel like there's, like, a proper actual word for it. What do you call it when you're, like, aggressively against someone else's, like, religion?
Oh,
Like, in the way that, like, some Christians will be like, oh, Buddhism isn't valid, you know? What's that called?
Yeah. There is a word for it, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, same here. Fuck.
But it's that.
But, like, that's what it is. He's a very opinionated Twitter user.
Well, yeah, that's his recurring. That's his only fucking character trait. It's why his only character trait's the fact that he's a fucking hypocrite. But like, he's constantly talking shit to her all the time, always. He's just so fucking mean to her for like no reason. And she's nothing but nice to him. That's the most infuriating part. Is she's so nice to him.
He does have a reason. That reason does make him even more of a hypocrite.
Oh, we're getting no, I'm getting there.
Okay, cool.
He's so mean to her, and that's why I'm saying for no reason. He has literally no reason because he's doing the same fucking thing. But I'm getting there. Don't jump the fence here. Yeah, for like Islamist, Islamophobic, but like he's just discriminatory based on her beliefs. Yeah.
I'm Mexican. I'm good at that.
Shut up. Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm not letting you be racist towards yourself. Shut the fuck up.
I'll be here all week.
No.
Fucking,
I'm a working guy.
So, the fucking, shit, right? His whole, so, he's so fucking mean to her for, like, no real reason. And she's so, and the most infuriating part is that she's so nice to him. Like, she's nothing but nice to him. She tries to get along with him all the time. He's kind of just a dickhead to, like, all of your party members for, like, no reason.
Kind of. I don't remember him being, like, awful to, like, Zarek or Isabella, but, like...
Oh, he is. He specifically is, like, he's not as mean to them.
Mm-hmm.
But he's so shitty. He has a conversation with both Varric and Isabella where he's like, I don't understand why you can, like, why you can abide this and, like, not say or do anything. And both of them are like, because I have friends on both sides. I agree with you, but I'm not an extremist because I have friends on both sides and I want both sides to come to an agreement. And he, like, infers that they're bad people because they won't pick a side.
Wow.
Which is great and infuriating. He also does it to, it's bananas. I don't know if, did you save Bethany? Was Bethany alive in your playthrough?
No, because I'm a mage.
Okay, he's so mean to your brother! He's so fucking shit. Your own brother. He's like, well, your brother's an apostate. You should. And he's like, shut the. And I love that he just like looks at him and is like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. You're the worst. Perish. Leave my fucking siblings out of your weird screed, you fucking weirdo. But fucking. So he's so mean to Meryl. So mean to her. And for, like, again, for no reason. Because his recurring thing is that he wants to go on and 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 on.
And on.
About how Meryl made a pact with a demon. She made a pact with a demon, so you can't trust her. You can't blah, 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 this, that, and the other. There's a line he says that got me to hate him forever, but I'll talk about that individually. But he's like, blah, 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 you can't trust her. You can't trust blood mages, blah, blah, blah. Because he's like, you can't trust them because they have sway of a demon.
Mm-hmm.
And over again, that's his talking point. Is like, because they cavort with demons, they can't be trusted, right? And you know what?
Yeah.
That would be so tremendously interesting if he were not a fucking hypocrite because he's an abomination!
He's literally butt buddies with Justice.
Literally, actually an abomination. This motherfucker wants to talk so much shit about, oh, Meryl's terrible because she's a blood mage, because she made a pact with a demon. Motherfucker! There is a spirit that lives in your body that takes you over, that you no longer have control over, that turned into a demon because you were a fucking psychopath. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And here's the moment, right? The moment that made me hate him forever. So you romanced him. I romanced Meryl. There is a moment, and I shit you the fuck not. If you have her in your party, when you go and... So, fun fact. First of all, continuing the Anders is a hypocrite trend, so eventually he does do blood magic.
Yeah.
And by the way, one of the first things I made sure to do was take Fenris with me on the mission where he has to do the blood magic, because I was like, this is gonna be so funny. And guess what? I was right. Because Fenris is like, I knew it, you motherfucker! I told you! The minute the going got tough, you'd turn to blood magic. I fucking knew it! I knew you were a weak piece of shit, and I knew that the minute it would suit your ends, you would be a hypocrite and you would use it. I knew it! I knew I couldn't trust you! And he wants to play, like, moral high ground throughout the whole thing, and Fenris is just rubbing it in, and it's great, and I love it. But, on the quest, where it's his turn to do blood magic, and Meryl is in your party, and I'd romanced her to the point where she had her shiny new armor, and we'd married at that point, right?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker turns to me and he says, and I'll never forget the quote because it made me so mad I couldn't see straight. Quote, "You know, she's never going to love you as much as her demon."
That's insane. That's crazy.
And you know what? If she's in your party, she gets an option to speak. She gets an option to, like, get mad.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course she would. Because that's an incredibly deranged, fucked up thing to say when literally we're going down into the pits of the fucking... We're going down into the fucking pits of the Underdark because you can't control your demon.
Oh, Orzammar, yeah.
Yeah, we're going down into Orzammar because you can't control your demon.
And honestly, you know, if you think about it, technically, he doesn't love Hawk more than he loves his own demon.
No, he doesn't.
Like, it's not in the way that, like, he implied it with Meryl, but, like, the fact that he does what he did, as, you know, a way to satisfy his own sick sense of justice, he's choosing justice.
Yeah, he chose justice over you.
He's been corrupted at this point. Yeah.
So here's the funny part. He prefaced this with, by the way, this made, I buried the lead a little bit because I wanted to, because oh my god, I hate that line so fucking much. What a fucking piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
He prefaces it with, you know, this may not be my place. Which, fucking,
yeah,
rollicking start. But, you want to know the funny part?
Huh.
I picked the dialogue option. That is Hawk going, he says, you know what? You're right. And Anders, like, gets smug, and he goes, it isn't your place. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk about my wife like that. And that was the dialogue option I picked. Was, fuck you. Don't talk about my wife like that. Eat my entire ass, you piece of shit. That made me so fucking mad. I was like, oh, I hate you so much. Oh, I can't wait to kill your ass.
Real.
But he's so fucking shitty and terrible to Meryl at all times for nothing. When she's been nothing but nice to him.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, when he says it, she's so hurt. Because again, like, she's been nothing but nice to him. She's gone out of her way, bent over backwards, to show this entire party that, like, she is not here for, like, ill-gotten means. She's not here to be a monster. She doesn't want the power that comes with it. She's here because she cares about her culture. And this motherfucker is like, yeah, well, if you fucked me. And I'm like, shut up! Shut up! Oh my god, I hate you so much! Oh my god, you're the worst! So terrible! And then, okay. Dude, bro is projecting. It's so true. So, some of you who are long-timers know a little fun fact about me. And some of you who are not long-timers are about to learn a fun fact about me. So, I wouldn't, well, I would and I wouldn't call it a trigger phrase. I wouldn't say, it doesn't activate, like, a PTSD trigger so much as it's a trauma trigger, but, like, not, like, it doesn't make me sit on the floor and cry. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It makes me unreasonably angry. There's just a very simple phrase, and he says it to you, so he's killed all these innocent people. They're dead. There's nothing you can do. The city's thrown into martial law. Dozens of mages are rounded up and killed because he didn't have the foresight to understand that what he was doing was fucking stupid. And you corner him, and he says it. And that was the moment that I decided, because I joked about this earlier. I said, you can lie to your save file, but you can't lie to yourself. Which is, you can say that your character, you can push the button and have your character do something, but you know what the character would actually do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made the choice that I didn't care what my hawk would have done. Because my hawk would have spared him. He wouldn't have had the heart, he would have been too brokenhearted about it. He would have let him go and hunted him down later. I have a whole story I could write fanfic about that's about what happens afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But he turns to you when you ask him, what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? What the fuck are you doing? Why did you do this? And he looks at you and he says it. He says, there is nothing you can say to me I haven't already said to myself. And I pressed the button and I killed him.
You sent him to the device.
I sent him to the device. I killed him. I buried that knife in his back and I didn't look back. And my hawk wouldn't have. He wouldn't have. Dimitri was too sweet. He was too kind. He would have never. He'd have been heartbroken. It would have destroyed him to hear it, but he wouldn't have done it. He cared too much. His one fatal flaw was that he was too kind. And it's what ends up shunting him into the fade. But, fucking, I couldn't do that. I was like, I hate you so much. Cause I hate it. Chad, I hate it. It's such a fucking nothing. It's to absolve the other person of guilt.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a phrase for you. When people tell you, there's nothing you can say to me that I haven't already said to myself, it's them trying to get out of hearing that they hurt you.
That's literally something from the Cheaters playbook.
It's an escape from accountability. Because they want to make you feel bad. They want, in this last moment, when you're about to confront them, they pull their last-ditch card to make you feel bad for confronting them about it. And I hate that phrase. I hate that phrase because people who have done terrible, awful, no good things to me, all of them have said it to me. And I can't abide it. That's the moment I know that the line is cut. Because I know that you aren't sorry for what you did. You did mean it. You were out to do me and mine wrong. You're a piece of shit. You did but are we on my planet? But yeah, but we aren't on your planet, are we? Exactly. And I was like, I hate you, die. I want you to guess how many video and audio tracks I have currently in the editing for our co-op. So many. Beaten, it's almost Star Wars time. Fucking, are you for real with me right now? Fucking Wednesday is Star Wars time. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna piss your pants. You're gonna have to wait. I'm almost done. You can wait. You can be a big boy. We don't have to watch it strike of midnight, you fucking... God, Justin's fucking foaming at the mouth. He loves Acolyte.
Hell yeah, I'm happy for him.
I'm happy for him too. They changed it, not me. Not.
Well, hold on. Wait. Pause. Is this on Disney Plus?
Yeah.
It's gonna be about 10 minutes before midnight.
Nope. Yeah, they don't drop at, they don't drop, Acolyte at midnight anymore.
Yeah, no, I found that out because I, was watching She-Hulk the minute it came out. I love that show.
It's very good. I'm excited for season 2.
It is very good. Very happy for She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion. And the actress who plays She-Hulk, who is not a Zionist. But anyways.
Jenny got to fucking clap Matt Murdock's cheeks, so, like, good for her.
She got to clap his cheeks and throw ass. She's truly the winner at the end of the day.
I love it with all of my heart that people were pointing out, because they're right. Like, you do the hoe walk. Like, you walk home without your shoes on, because your feet get swollen from wearing heels at the end of the night. Like, that's why women do that, in case you were unaware. So there's literally no reason for him to be walking around barefoot carrying his boots other than for him to broadcast that he just got laid.
Yeah.
But, like, damn, I would too. Fucking, he's a nice piece of ass. I would. God, Charlie Cox is hot. Did I tell you about the horniest I've ever been?
Maybe?
So, before we realized that Corridor Crew sucked, when they were doing Stuntmen React, they had on... Yeah.
Pre-AI days. Okay, yeah.
They had on John Bernthal's... They had on John Bernthal's fucking stunt double.
Mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how in season 2, Charlie Cox does most of his own stunts, right?
Yeah.
And he said...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember this.
Yeah.
He said, Charlie... He's like, Charlie's real strong. And they were like, yeah? And he goes, oh yeah. When we were doing the fight scene on the roof, and they show the clip of him double kicking, of him kicking Frank in the chest, he goes, when we did the scene on the roof, he kicked me in the vest, that was the point, and he's like, I was wearing a vest underneath it. And he goes, it didn't matter that I was wearing the vest underneath it. He left a boot print on my... I woke up in the morning, and there was a boot print on my chest. Like, there was a bruise on my chest in the shape of his boots. And when I tell you that not as a bit, because sometimes I do these things as a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of me, yeah, he said, go for it to sell the shot, so he went for it. And he's like, he left a fucking boot print on me. I had a bruise the next morning, so Charlie's real strong. Sometimes I say these things as a joke, which is why I get the, like, horniest asexual known to man title. Out of me, involuntarily, without thinking and without consideration, I went, God, I wish that was me. out loud, I didn't even think about it. It wasn't a joke. It just came out of me. I was like, fuck, Fuck, I wish that was me.
That didn't come out of you, that came out of your soul.
Came out of my fucking pants is where it came out of. And I, like, Justin snapped around and looked at me and went, what? And I just put my head in my hands, and he was like, that one was real. And I'm like, yeah, it was.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Those words did not have your consent. They did not. They left me so involuntarily, and I'm like, where did this come from? I'm like, my ass, apparently. Jesus. I just looked him up. He's so fine! Charlie Cox is so fine, and for what?
I love...
Keaton, I hate how relatable you are sometimes. Right?
Real. But okay, so there's like a specific brand of actor when it comes to like movies like this, right? That I absolutely adore. And I mean specifically like comic book shows and movies and stuff, right? Because Charlie Cox is one of them for Daredevil, and then Matt Ryan is for John Constantine.
Oh god, he won't shut up about how much he loves Matt Ryan. And in fairness, having seen a little bit, I get it.
So in the same way that there could be no other Daredevil than Charlie Cox, there can be no other Constantine besides
Matt Ryan. Which is so true. Again, I was like, you're insane. This is nuts. You're crazy. And then I watched some of it, and I'm like, oh, no, there it is. No, I get it.
Yeah. And
I immediately turned around and was like, never mind. I retract everything negative I've ever said.
It's not even from, like, a horny thing. It's just from the sense of, like, how he acts and how he portrays Constantine.
It's also like, a horny thing.
I mean, a little bit, but in me saying this right now, does anything to do with like the technical side of things?
Yeah. Oh no, you're right.
He's so dedicated to the role, and he does like such good work. He nails it fucking perfectly. And because he's Welsh, he also gets the John's fucking accent down to like a T. It's fantastic.
No, I'm not saying that you're liking him for his technical skill is invalid. I am also saying that you showed me clips from his other movies, and it is also a horny thing.
Oh, are we talking about the gun clip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking woof.
Woof.
Oh, also,
wait,
so
wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. I have a perfect noise for this.
Meow.
Shut up.
Okay.
Go on. So, the only true Constantine is Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Jesus.
Listen, Keanu was good, but he was wrong from the get-go. Because Constantine is not American.
Keanu loves being Constantine, though.
True. I honestly am at a point where I think we should just let him. Because he does a good job. And that movie was really good. But also...
He's not enough of a disaster, personally. Matt Ryan looks like a man who sleeps in a trench coat and occasionally bums cigarettes off of demons, and Keanu Reeves just doesn't.
Yeah. And the funniest part about that, too, is the fact that Matt Ryan is like a total theater kid.
Yeah, I can tell. I need you to know, there's a bit... So, I'm also gonna throw you under the bus.
Thank you, Emma. You get it. Go on.
As is my wanton way. I'm also gonna throw you under the bus because, originally, he said John Bernthal was not attractive.
Oh, this. Yeah.
And then he watched Punisher and was wrong. Once again, my taste is never to be doubted. I'm never to be questioned ever. I don't know why people disagree with me when I'm just simply always right.
I will say, I wasn't attracted to him physically at first because he's built like a cop. especially in the Punisher. But like, it's more of like a vibes thing.
I have a slightly unhinged thought I am keeping to myself. That's the right attitude.
Real.
You hit a point where, like, I'm not gonna... This is an inside thought.
Yup.
But we were watching Punisher Season 2 together. And we need to get back to watching Daredevil Season 3.
We really need to.
Especially before the new one comes out.
Oh god, yeah. Wait, I thought that was canceled.
They scrapped the old script and they're shooting a new one.
Ah, I see.
So we're still getting Born Again, it's just not what they originally filmed because it was so bad. I was like, ooh, police procedural, and then I heard that Foggy wasn't gonna be in it at all, and I was like, oh, never mind, garbage can.
See, I was upset that Foggy wasn't gonna be in it. But I was happy because that meant Karen wasn't gonna be in it either.
Well, we take our L's. He's gonna be with Kirsten, hopefully, so it'll be fine. Anyway,
well, I mean, if they're rewriting it, are we really gonna get Kirsten?
I think we're still getting Kirsten, yeah.
I hope we do.
I do too. This is a different conversation. The point is...
Yeah.
The point is that we were watching Punisher Season 2. Is it episode 1 or 2, the belt thing?
Oh, I have no clue. It's been so long.
I think it's episode 2. So, he does a thing where So chat, did you know that there's a way that you can, like, super smoothly pull your belt out of all of its loops at once? Like, you get, like, one movement and the whole belt's out?
You gotta do a little, you gotta rev it.
You gotta wrap it around your hand.
Emma, question. How old are you, first off?
You're over 18, aren't you, Em? You're an adult. Yeah, Em's an adult.
Great. I'm gonna drop something in your DMs, and I want you to get back to me in chat.
Yeah, I was about to say. Em's,
22.
yeah, you're 22.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Don't mind me, just gonna deep dive through my likes.
Fucking... So he's in a bar fight. He's in a fight in a bar bathroom. And, okay, I lost the coin flip. I want to see Matt Ryan doing a dog collar match. Jesus. Yeah, you're right.
Real. Yeah.
Real. So he does the thing. He pulls the belt out of all of its loops in the one smooth motion. And I was like, huh. And we both went, hot. And then he proceeded to wrap it around his entire forearm and did the, like, come get some. And we had to pause. We were barking like seals.
Yup.
He's so sexy! Why is John Bernthal so hot? God, his Frank Castle's so sexy. He's so hot. Fucking woof, bark, bark.
Ooh. I found it.
Reaction you had to finding out dog collar matches exist. Okay, yeah. So fucking Emo. So Emo is constantly in my DMs, and I'm always reading them despite not, like, responding to them, because if I don't have a response, I simply will not. This motherfucker, this bitch, she posts in my DMs. She sends me a post, a tweet, that says, for those not on wrestling Tumblr, a post of the dog collar match between CM Punk and MJF blew up and got like 70,000 plus notes. Of course, this all led to kink discourse culminating in a person lying about a man named Mark Lynch, CM Punk, being abused by producers. And I responded to this with, the fucking what match? And she responds with, you don't know about dog collar matches? They're a pretty big match gimmick. And then sends me a clip of CM Punk doing a dog collar match. It says, this is a regular wrestling match with no rules, but the two wrestlers wear dog collars that are connected by a chain. I said, I've read fanfic about stuff like this. I, this is deranged. Nobody can tell me that like some of the WWE shit is not fucking horny posting to like gay men. I can't. Are you for real? Like,
speaking of horny posting, I'm watching the gun scene again. Oh my god.
It's so horny! Why is it so horny? Why does he do that?
Why does he do that? Why does he do that?
Why does he do that?
So hey, Emma, how are you doing?
It's so...
Did you see it? Did you watch the clip? You only have to watch a minute of it.
WWE don't do that match, sadly. The cowards. Yeah! Put
I'm watching it now, okay.
Put fucking John Cena in a dog collar. Do you have any idea how much shit you'll sell?
I mean, we've already put him in a skirt.
Dog, I'd pay money to see John Cena in a dog collar, and I don't even think John Cena's that attractive.
Real. He fucking kills it in like a skirt and heels, though.
He does. Strangely good at drag, that man.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I truly am waiting for Emma's reaction. It takes about 1 minute and 25 seconds. After that, you can stop watching, but like...
3-hour gay sex WWE match. God, you're so right.
Real.
It's so fucking... I hate using red and green in the same color palette, because I'm always afraid it looks Christmassy, but like, I made this work.
Yeah. I think it depends on like how much red specifically you're using. Like if you use too much red, it's too Christmassy.
I understand completely.
Yeah. Why does he do that?
Why does he do that?
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Ryan? Matthew? Can I call you Matthew? Why did you do that?
I truly, like, I would pay money to see the script for Away, because I gotta know if this is something he improv'd in, or if this is something the director actually wanted. And considering that movie, it's most likely improv.
I like the idea that it's improv because the mental image of the actor on the other side just looking at him and being like, what movie did I sign up for? Where is this going?
What's her name? Poor Juno Temple. Just wide-eye, like, what? As this man puts the gun in his head.
Like, fucking, like, he sucks that gun off, and it's so weird.
Dog, he does so much with it.
It's one of those things where it's so horny that genuinely, as I was watching it, I was like, this is kind of freaking me out.
Nikki would.
Yeah, and Jeff would look at him and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nikki wouldn't even say anything. He'd just go, and leave.
I don't know if he'd be turned on or not. I think Jeff would genuinely be a little scared.
As he should.
He'd grab him later and be like, no, seriously, why did you do that?
I can't believe this. You're already done sketching and, like, lining and coloring in your Lavellin, and I'm still only on this sketch.
It's almost like, you're slow as fuck.
Yeah. I'm specifically redrawing, not completely redrawing, but I'm doing, like, an updated full body for Edhemet with this piece. I'm gonna drop it in your DMs.
To make her not, to make her not the ancestor to Amalia?
I mean, she's always gonna look like prehistoric Amalia, don't get me wrong. Because she's where Amalia came from.
Yeah.
But, like, fucking... There are things that I could do to her appearance to make her look different, at least. So, like... where is it?
The one thing about this that kind of sucks is that because I never played Origins, I don't have a hero of Ferelden to draw.
Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly, you had no interest in Origins, right?
I wanted to play it to have the, like, complete experience. I got, like, 45 minutes into it and was like, oh, playing this sucks donkey dick!
Yeah. That's real.
Like, I have a limit where I was like, oh, this is frustrating and I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
There were segments of, there were segments of DAI where I was like, you know.
The hinterlands.
Oh, I fucking hate the hinterlands.
I hate the hinterlands. Hey, fun fact, when I was starting out, I was an ice mage. In the fucking hinterlands.
Oh.
Guess what everything is immune to? In the fucking hinterlands.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But oh, this talk of Dragon Age made me want to reinstall Inquisition. Do it. WWE is gay fetish fantasy RP. You can't convince me otherwise. You're not wrong. But
I'm sending you Edhemet, and then I'm sending you Amalia. Because there are things that I could do to make her just a little bit different.
You sent me the same image.
No, I didn't. Look at the faces.
Corporate wants you to tell the difference between this picture and this picture. That's the same picture.
It's truly not.
They look so similar.
They do.
Oh, there! Okay, there it is!
No, though, that's it. That's just, fucking current day Amalia. But, like, because I was trying to switch up my art style back then.
I was gonna say, my love, I don't know how to express to you with my whole ass that this literally looks like I drew the same piece of the same character 2 years later. This is like, when I tell you, like, this is the same picture, it's, you've sent me the same character twice.
Mm-hmm. But fucking, I'm trying to see what else I have. Because Edhemet specifically has, like, short hair like that.
Yeah, give her more nose.
Oh, I do have this of her looking a little bit fucked up.
Give her more nose.
She does have more nose.
The the elves in Dragon Age have, like, more pronounced noses.
Oh, no, she wouldn't, because she's half human.
Ah! Give her more nose.
She has it a little bit, but it's not, like,
I'm learning how to do it in my style, and I couldn't for Rhea because of the way that her hair is. But, like, A, her features are meant to be kind of masculine, and B, she has the fucking boxer's nose.
Yeah,
you wouldn't see it because the bridge of her nose is covered by her hair anyway. But she has the, like, hooked, like, former, like, when you break and re-break a nose over and over again in fights. She'd also have, like little things about, like, her face. Like, the same way that kind of I've used John Bernthal as a reference repeatedly because it's the best reference I've got of, like, somebody who looks like they've been in a lot of fist fights.
Yeah.
Where, like, you can tell, like, in his jawline that his jaw's been broken a couple of times. But I'm done with this. So tomorrow, I'll draw a hawk.
Yeah, hell yeah. I will not be there for that, which makes me very sad.
I will introduce all of you to Dimitri Hawk, the man who was too kind for his own good.
Yes.
And then Thursday, I'll draw my other Inquisitor. I'll draw my Adar.
Yee.
But tonight, chat, I'm going to send you on a very special raid. You have to, I'm sending you on a very special mission, should you choose to accept it.
Hey, dude.
You have to, before you go, before you leave, I'm gonna raid Nezzy, our dearest mouse. Legally, you have to wish him happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wish him happy birthday. Those are the rules. Go wish the Mouse Prince happy birthday. And I'll see all of you tomorrow for more art. Goodbye!
Bye-bye!